Hello everyone and welcome to our unboxing of the TIE Advanced prototype from Wave 8 for Star Wars X-Wing. We're going to dive in and take a look. The what?
The TAP.
The TAP.
TAP.
TAP. All right, I'm in.
TAP.
We're going to take a look at this ship. Everything comes in the box. So we're going to start out with the dial, followed by the pilots, followed by all the upgrades that come in this beautiful box. And we're going to dive in. So tell me about the dial.
All right, so this dial is very good.
I've heard it's terrible.
It's got some real strength.
Strength?
It is. It's got 1 green turns, 1 green banks.
Pardon. I'll stop the party. Did you say 1 green turn?
I did. The best maneuver in the game.
So before 1 turn was the best maneuver in the game, according to Tim.
Yeah.
Now 1 green turn is like that.
Obviously better.
The roids.
A white. It's very good. It's very, very good.
Yankers, man.
It does not have a 1 forward though, which is fine.
Okay.
It does have a white 2 turn,
All right.
white 2 bank, green 2 forward.
Seems good.
It's got a white 3 turn,
All right.
a white 3 bank, a green 3 forward.
Also good.
It's got a green 4 forward.
That'll get people, by the way. Have done that. Would do again.
It's got a 4K turn,
Yep.
which is red, and it's got a 5 forward that's white.
So it's pretty solid.
It has all of the moves.
That's a really good dial. And, you know, this is the Empire, so they should have a good dial.
Their dial is bonks.
All right. What about this first ship? Tell
All
me
right,
about
this
it.
first
What
ship
can we
is
do?
the CNR test pilot.
CNR, what are you seeing?
16 points. It has a missile slot. It has the stats that are as follows. Pilot skill 2.
All right.
It's got 2 attack dice, 3 green dice, 2 hull, 2 shields.
So this is normal Imperial kind of thing, right? Is this the TIE Fighter, essentially, except for you have 2 shields instead of a 3rd health?
Yes. And it also has a barrel roll and boost action.
What other actions does it have?
Focus and target lock.
So no evade.
No evade.
But it does have focus, target lock, boost, and barrel roll. And you know what? Boost, thanks to auto thrusters, is one of the best in the game.
It's really strong.
Okay, and it's 16 points, so it's 4 more than like an Academy pilot. But that's actually a surprising, like,
Trade-off.
effective ship right
Yep.
there. All right. Next up, that was 16, you said?
16 points.
All right, this is 19.
So 3 more points.
You gain pilot skill 4.
So 2 pilot skill.
Yep. You get an EPT slot, which is one of the best slots in the game.
It's very good.
And that's it. That's a nice little trade. I like that little ship.
Yep. The 3rd pilot is 22 points.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Pilot skill 6. This is Valen Rudor. He has an EPT and a missile.
All right.
Same stats.
He has an ability.
After defending, you may perform a free action. This ability is bonkers, I think.
It's like, oh, you attack me, now barrel roll.
Yep. Now a boost, now a focus, now a target lock.
That's pretty good.
Whatever I haven't done yet.
He's going to be hard to lock down.
He's super good, I think.
Okay.
The only problem with him is pilot skill 6, I think.
Yeah, he can't be an ace function.
Which is fine.
He can be an 8,
Yep. Which is good.
which is all right. All right, and finally, we have the man himself, the Inquisitor. If you don't watch Star Wars Rebels, I'm going to pause for a second. Do it. Do yourself a favor. It's great. The Inquisitor's from Rebels. The ship is from Rebels. Same with the Ghost. But just check it out. I recommend it.
It's a very good show.
Anyways, the Inquisitor, he's unique. 25 points. Now we're getting to a real ship here. He has EPT, no other slots. He has 2 attack, 3 standard stats, 8 pilot skill,
That's huge.
which is good, and an APT. So he could be a 10 if you want to, or with adaptability, be a 9 for freezies.
Freezies.
His ability, when attacking with your primary weapon at range 2 to 3, treat the range of that attack as range 1.
This ability is very strong.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
So it's really good. It's so good. I saw this and I was like, yep, we're in. Because you're always at range 1 when you're attacking, so you'll want to stay at range, but that's important for a lot of reasons. 1, you get your bonus defense die, so he's functionally a 3 attack ship, but he doesn't get 4 dice at range 1, right? What it also means is that things like auto thrusters, which trigger at range 2 and 3, don't trigger. So against ships like himself, assumed here, he's getting roll 3 and your opponent's not getting that bonus range 3 dice. Range 3 dice in general aren't getting applied,
Yep.
which is good.
It's very good.
And he's awesome.
He's very good.
He's
a very good pilot.
Yeah.
Now, an upgrade that makes him even more awesome.
Let's talk about a specific upgrade.
Is the TIE V1.
All right.
It's a TIE Advanced prototype only title.
So it only goes on the ship.
1 point.
All right.
1 point. So just 1 measly point. After you acquire a target lock, you may perform a free evade action,
Sick-tastic.
which isn't on your action bar.
No. So essentially, you target lock, you get a free evade. Period. Now,
That's what we call action economy.
I want to clear something up here. If you have as your EPT push the limit, which is good. I recommend it if you haven't done it already. If you target lock, get the free evade. You can push limit for focus or barrel or whatever. If your first action is not the target lock, say you boost or you focus, and then you target lock, you do still get the evade even though you're going to receive a stress from push the limit. Just timing the way it works. After the action from push the limit is when you get the stress. After the action is, or when the action is taken is when you get the free evade.
Okay.
So you take the target lock, get the evade, and then get the stress.
Correct.
So be clear. That's a fantastic title.
It's 1 point.
Is that unique?
No.
I haven't really
Put them all on there.
thought beyond my old ace list. All right, next up we have a missile, which is XX23 S-thread tracers. Thanks, guys.
XX23, obviously.
1 point, 3 dice, range 1 to 3 attack. You have to have a focus. Discard this card to perform this attack. If this attack hits, each friendly ship at range 1 to 2 of you may acquire a target lock on the defender. Then cancel all dice results.
So this is a very interesting card.
You essentially shoot a missile, it hits them, and instead of doing damage, it just locks on for everybody.
Right. And so this could be very huge in a list that is running a lot of munitions or secondary weapons.
Or just a lot of ships.
Yeah, sure. But I think that the real value of this is going to be to fire like torpedoes on turn
Yeah.
2 or whatever of attacking.
I really think if you have an extra missile slot that you're not using, as a 1 point thing, you're going to be focused anyways. Like, I can see this. And at range 3, they're not going to get their bonus die.
Yep, that's completely fair.
So like that's a nice little 1 point. I'm focused and I'm going to get my range 3 off because you don't have to spend the focus either. You can save that for the actual attack. So that's interesting. It's not like immediately screaming, this is going to be in every list you ever see, but it's pretty good.
Up next, we have the homing missiles,
Seen these before.
which is a 5-point missile upgrade.
Woo!
It's 4 attack dice, range 2 to 3. You have to have a target lock to do it.
All right.
You discard this card to perform the attack.
Seems right.
So you don't spend the target lock,
And you get 4 dice.
and you get 4 dice. The defender cannot spend evade tokens during this attack.
That's pretty good.
It's fine. It's 5 points. It's expensive.
It is expensive. That's why it makes it pretty good and not phenomenal.
Not phenomenal.
All right, next up we get an EPT called Deadeye, featuring the one and only Luke Skywalker. 1 point, you may treat the attack target lock header as attack focus. I've seen this a lot in the Jump Master list.
Master's list, yep.
Because they can focus, when they spend a focus, they get a target lock, so they can spend the focus on this attack for their missiles.
It's very good.
Yep. When an attack instructs you to spend a target lock, you may spend a focus token instead. I said that. So that's a good card. That's going to be everywhere. I think people buy multiple of the ship for that card. Is it somewhere else?
Yeah, it's early. It's
right.
wave 1, I think.
It's coming back.
Then you also get a copy of Guidance Chips.
Heard about that card.
It's just a good card. I mean, we've talked about it before. When you're attacking with a torpedo or a missile, you can change any of your results to a hit or a crit, depending on if your pilot skill 2 or 3 or higher.
Okay. It's pretty good. It's
0
really good on
points.
the Jump Master list. Anything that's using munitions is pretty good.
It's just gonna be there
Up in that accuracy. All
for
right.
the rest of the game.
And finally, when we were unboxing the Ghost VC whatever,
VCX100.
there it is, we forgot a card. We missed it. Somehow got in the wrong pile, and here we are talking about it, which is thermal detonators, the newest, latest, greatest bomb.
Yep.
3 points. When you reveal your maneuver die, you may discard this card to drop 1 thermal detonator token. This token detonates at the end of the activation phase.
And so you're probably asking yourself, what happens when this token detonates?
It's thermal detonator, probably doing some damage.
Everything that's at range 1 of the token takes a damage and a stress token.
Ooh, nice.
So it's pretty solid.
And you drop it like a normal bomb, one out the back of a ship. So
It also works very well with Sabine, the crew card,
All right.
that gives a ship the bomb upgrade slot. And then, before token detonates, anything at range 1, you can do it, or one ship at range 1 of it, you can do an additional damage to.
So you do 2 damage to something,
And a
1
stress.
everything else, and then stress everything.
It's pretty good.
Okay, cool.
pretty good card.
Welcome to the club, thermal detonators. Imperial veterans are going to have something to say about those.
They are.
Thank
They
you
really
guys
are.
so much for watching. What do you think about the Inquisitor?
I think it's sick.
It's awesome. I used it in
Sick.
my Pal Paces list at the Hoth Open. Loved it. Did really well. I think Inquisitor's here to stay. I'm curious to see if people use the lower pilot level.
I think we'll see a lot of Rudor.
Rudor?
Rudor?
Oh, Rudor?
Yeah.
Rudor, the red-nosed
Rudor, the
reindeer.
red-nosed reindeer. That action economy can be insane.
Yeah, just getting the free. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, well, if you don't already have this, you can, of course, get it from us on our web store right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You can also check out our beautiful line of custom acrylic products compatible with Star Wars X-Wing, like these asteroid debris. Thank you guys so much for watching. We have plenty more coming. Stay tuned. X-Wing for days. See you guys.
For life.